Did you know that the costliest city in human history isn't where you might think it is? Rather than being a present-day behemoth like New York or Tokyo, the most expensive city in the annals of humanity hails from a bygone era. This might come as a surprise to many. After all, with their soaring skyscrapers and bustling economies, modern metropolises seem to epitomize the pinnacle of pricey living. But let's delve a bit deeper. When we talk about the cost of living, we're not just talking about how much it costs to buy a house or a loaf of bread. It's not merely about the price tags on goods and services. It's about the value of those goods and services in relation to the income of the people who need them. It's about the economic, social, and political factors that influence those relative values. Location, resources, and economy. These are the key ingredients in the recipe of a city's cost. A city's geographical location can influence its cost of living significantly. Being situated near vital resources like fresh water or fertile soil, or along a major trade route, can dramatically boost a city's economic prosperity, and its cost of living along with it. The availability and abundance of resources is another major factor. A city that's rich in resources like gold, spices, or silk can command high prices for those commodities, driving up the overall cost of living. And let's not forget the economy. A city's economic structure, the types of industries it supports, and the wealth of its residents all contribute to its cost. A city with a booming economy, fueled by lucrative industries and wealthy inhabitants, can become a hotbed of high living costs. So now, with these factors in mind, we're ready to embark on a journey back in time. We'll travel through the ages, visiting cities that have been the sites of incredible wealth and prosperity. Cities that, in their time, held the title of the most expensive places to live in the world. Intrigued? Buckle up as we take a journey through time, exploring the most expensive cities in history. Our first stop is the ancient city of Rome, a city of luxury beyond compare. Now imagine a metropolis pulsating with life, its streets teeming with citizens, merchants, and soldiers. This is Rome at its zenith, an epitome of grandeur and extravagance. The city was a beacon of wealth and prosperity, making it one of the most expensive places to live in during its time. Rome was not just the political heart of an empire, it was an economic powerhouse. Its vast wealth was accumulated through conquests, trade, and taxation, all of which fueled its sprawling infrastructure. Aqueducts carried fresh water into the city, roads and bridges connected it to the far reaches of the empire, and monumental structures like the Colosseum and the Pantheon symbolized the city's might. The Roman elite lived a life of unapologetic luxury. They resided in opulent villas, adorned with marble, frescoes, and sculptures, embodying the city's aesthetic prowess. Their banquets were legendary, featuring exotic foods from around the empire, served on silver platters. This hedonistic lifestyle was not just a show of wealth, but a testament to the city's high standard of living. The city's bustling economy was another reason for its high cost of living. The marketplace was a hive of activity, with goods from all corners of the empire changing hands. Rome was a hub for artisans, merchants, and traders, making it a melting pot of cultures and a center for innovation. However, Rome's splendor was not without its drawbacks. The vast disparity between the rich and the poor was stark. While the elite reveled in their luxury, many Romans struggled to make ends meet. Yet, the city's allure remained undiminished, its luxuries coveted by many. The splendor of Rome set a high bar for cities to come, but as we'll see, some were up for the challenge. Moving eastward, we arrive at the city of Baghdad during the Islamic Golden Age. During its prime, Baghdad was more than just a city. It was a beacon of wealth, knowledge, and culture that attracted scholars, traders, and artists from all corners of the known world. Its position as the capital of the Abbasid Caliphate, the epicenter of Islamic civilization, made it a hub for innovation and prosperity. Baghdad's thriving markets were a testament to its economic might. The city's bazaars were overflowing with an array of goods from far and wide, precious gems from India, silk from China, spices from the East Indies, and much more. Trade was not a mere economic activity, but a way of life that brought in a wealth of resources. This bustling trade activity contributed significantly to the high cost of living in the city. The city was also a center of learning, a place where scholars from diverse fields congregated to share knowledge and ideas. The House of Wisdom, an intellectual powerhouse, was home to the brightest minds of the era. making Baghdad the nerve center of philosophical, scientific, and literary advancements. The city's investment in education and knowledge further contributed to its high living costs. But the city's wealth was not just in its markets or its academies, it was in its infrastructure too. Baghdad was a masterful display of architectural prowess, with grand palaces, majestic mosques, and intricate public baths. The city's advanced infrastructure, including its sophisticated water supply system, was ahead of its time, reflecting the wealth of its inhabitants. Under the rule of the Abbasid caliphs, the city's culture flourished. It was a place where music, poetry, and art thrived, where craftsmen and artists could showcase their talents and reap the rewards of their creativity. The rich culture of the city, its commitment to learning, and its thriving markets all played a role in the high cost of living during Baghdad's golden age. Baghdad's golden age was truly a sight to behold, but our journey doesn't end here. Next, we find ourselves in the opulent city of Versailles, the symbol of absolute monarchy of the Ancien Régime. Versailles, a city of grandeur and glory, was once the epicenter of power and opulence in France during the 18th century. The city was not just a symbol of the absolute monarchy of the Ancien Régime, but it was a testament to the lavish lifestyle of the French court. The heart of Versailles, the palace, was a marvel of architectural magnificence, a masterpiece that embodied the very essence of opulence. Its grand halls were adorned with gold, precious stones, and the finest art that money could buy, a testament to the extravagant tastes of the French monarchy. Each room in the palace was a spectacle, an exhibition of wealth and power that left visitors in awe. But the grandeur of the palace was more than matched by the splendor of the court lifestyle. The nobility lived in luxury, with feasts and festivities a common occurrence. The fashion of the court was extravagant, with silk gowns, lace ruffles, and powdered wigs the norm. The cost of maintaining such a lifestyle was high, but it was a price the court was willing to pay to maintain their image of power and wealth. Yet beneath the surface of this opulent lifestyle was the city's high cost of living. It was a city where the price of bread could spark a revolution, where the cost of a single meal could feed a family for a week. The disparity between the wealthy and the poor was stark, a stark reminder of the inequality of the Ancien Régime. Versailles, a city of opulence and excess, was a city that paid the price for its extravagance. But it was also a city that left a lasting legacy, a testament to the power and wealth of the French monarchy, a symbol of a time when the monarchy was the absolute power in France. From the grand halls of Versailles, we move forward in time to a city that many will find familiar. Finally, we arrive in the bustling metropolis of Tokyo, a city that frequently tops the charts as one of the most expensive cities in the world today. Tokyo, the capital of Japan, is a vibrant blend of the old and new, where ancient shrines stand amidst towering skyscrapers and traditional tea ceremonies are just as much a part of daily life as cutting-edge technology. The high cost of living in Tokyo is driven by several factors. Foremost among them is the city's high population density. With over 9 million people packed into a relatively small area, space is at a premium. This in turn drives up the cost of real estate. A small apartment in central Tokyo can cost as much as a spacious home in other major cities. But it's not just the cost of housing that's high. The quality of goods and services in Tokyo is exceptional, and this is reflected in their price. From meticulously crafted sushi to high-end fashion labels and technologically advanced electronics, Tokyo offers the best of the best, and you'll pay a premium for it. Yet despite the high costs, Tokyo continues to attract people from all over the world. They're drawn by the city's unique culture, its bustling energy, and opportunities for work and study. The city's residents, too, accept the high cost of living as the price they pay for residing in one of the world's most exciting and dynamic cities. It's also worth noting that Tokyo's high cost of living is offset somewhat by the high wages paid to workers in the city. While life in Tokyo may be expensive for many, the opportunities and experiences it offers are priceless. From ancient Rome to modern Tokyo, the cost of living in these cities has been shaped by a myriad of factors, painting a fascinating picture of human history and civilization.